Vivica Fox, long revered for her timeless beauty and undeniable presence, has stirred up an online storm. At 60 years old, rumors say she went under the knife, or needle, for a Brazilian butt lift, something that's left fans both shocked and intrigued. The whispers started when a recent video of her at a Houston event went viral, and viewers noticed a pronounced change in her figure. Ever since, the internet hasn't stopped buzzing. Is this new look actually botched, or is it just another case of exaggerated social media gossip? And what about her ex, 50 Cent, who never holds back an opinion on Vivica's personal life? The moment he dropped his 2 cents, speculation skyrocketed. But is there a chance the two might reunite, or is this all just drama that keeps them locked in a never-ending media cycle? One thing's clear, Vivica Fox has everyone talking, again. Over the years, Vivica Fox has never entirely shied away from the idea of tweaking her looks. Rumors about Botox, cheek fillers, and the occasional laser procedure have popped up in tabloids for well over a decade. Fans often note how her skin seems perpetually smooth, her cheekbones more defined than in her earlier days on screen, and her smile lines magically minimized. Though she's never released a laundry list of procedures, she has admitted to breast augmentation in the past, first with saline implants, later switching to silicone to maintain a more natural curve. People have kept a close eye on her beauty evolution for a reason. Vivica Fox was once considered one of Hollywood's most captivating leading ladies, so every slight alteration to her face and figure had watchers sounding the alarm. However, nothing prepared them for the swirling rumors of a brand new BBL at age 60. As soon as that gossip hit social media, many who'd followed her journey wondered if she felt the need to chase an ever-changing beauty trend. Others simply shrugged and said, her body, her decision. One takeaway remains. The world has always been determined to piece together the puzzle of her cosmetic enhancements, whether she chooses to confirm them or not. The big spark came when Vivica was spotted celebrating her own hair collection line in Houston. A short clip showed her walking into a beauty superstore decked out in tight white jeans that accentuated her backside in a way most fans had never seen before. Instantly, snapshots and screen caps flooded Twitter and Instagram. Some viewers applauded her for looking radiant and confident, while others bluntly claimed it looked like she'd gone under the knife and ended up with a rear that didn't match the rest of her frame. These contrasting viewpoints ignited a frenzied debate. Was Vivica chasing youthfulness in a Hollywood that rewards younger figures, or was this just a natural shift in her body? People who thought the procedure appeared extreme argued she shouldn't compete with 20-somethings and should embrace her age. Supporters countered that there's no age limit to personal choice. If a BBL made her happy, who was anyone to judge? Then came the word botched, which some folks lobbed around like it was the only possible explanation. They claimed that her silhouette seemed off, almost like the surgery wasn't done well. For anyone else, that might be gossip they'd never even hear. For Vivica Fox, the entire internet had a front row seat, analyzing every angle of a simple video clip. Where there's a headline involving Vivica Fox's looks, there's usually a 50-cent comment lurking somewhere in the background. Once upon a time, the couple's whirlwind romance was all the rage, capturing headlines every other day. After it ended, the exes frequently traded jabs, from subtle social media digs to all-out accusations. So when fans heard about Vivica's rumored BBL, they braced themselves for 50's reaction. And right on cue, he hopped online with a joking, "Wait, let me see," and a mischievous eye emoji. Some folks assumed that was code for, "I might be interested again," fueling talk that he was getting ready to spin the block and try his luck with Vivica once more. Before those rumors got too loud, he clarified that he was simply being playful and definitely not on the verge of a romantic reunion. Still, it was all everyone needed to start speculating. Any mention 50 Cent makes about Vivica Fox tends to ignite a wildfire, partly because of how turbulent their public history has been. Yet this time, he dialed back the savage remarks. No direct shots comparing her to botched surgery patients or telling the world she forced him into embarrassing scenarios. Instead, it felt like he might be enjoying the spectacle like the rest of the internet, observing from a distance but throwing in a winking comment to keep the pot stirring. To fully grasp why the internet loves 50 Cent's commentary on Vivica so much, it's important to rewind to 2003. Back then, 50 was riding high on the success of his music career, and Vivica Fox was a respected actress and style icon. She was no stranger to red carpet spotlights. He made a very public move, letting the world know he was interested, and they started dating. Almost immediately, the media seized the story. A gritty rapper from Queens hooking up with a polished Hollywood star? That was prime tabloid fodder. They seemed happy at first, until they didn't. The split wasn't some quiet, mutual decision. Instead, it morphed into a spectacle that played out on talk shows, gossip columns, and eventually, the newly emerging platform of social media. After they parted ways, jabs turned to real insults, and feelings turned to hostility. While Vivica might go on a talk show and subtly suggest she'd discovered something questionable about 50's personal life, 50 never hesitated to retaliate with a comedic, sometimes cruel post on Instagram. In a pre-Instagram era, they were the blueprint for how celebrities could let their feuds spiral publicly. If there was a chance to throw shade, they did, reminding the world at every turn that their breakup was anything but amicable. After the initial shock of their breakup, the two kept the fire burning with an on-again, off-again war of words. One of the biggest bombshells occurred when Vivica implied that 50 Cent might be on the DL. She made the comment on a popular talk show, referencing a time he criticized the show empire for having too many gay plots. Vivica's insinuation caused an uproar online. 50 Cent clapped back with a vengeance, posting humiliating memes and rants directed at Vivica, claiming she was the one who was confused or attention-seeking. Things escalated when Soulja Boy jumped in, siding with 50. The feud turned into the talk of Hollywood, overshadowing any new projects they might have been promoting. This heated exchange opened the floodgates for more jabs. 50 ridiculed her appearance and even compared her to other people with distorted surgical results in one particularly savage post. That triggered further responses, not just from Vivica, but also from other celebrities who took sides. Taraji P. Henson once told 50 Cent he ought to use his massive platform to uplift people instead of tearing them down. Through it all, Vivica maintained that he was simply bitter, while 50 maintained she was living off the fumes of their past relationship. Their battles never stayed private. Everything was out in the open for fans, gossip blogs, and entertainment shows to dissect at length. This is precisely why, the moment the rumor of a BBL hit the internet, everyone expected 50 to speak up. And as always, he delivered. For those convinced Vivica Fox did go under the knife for a BBL, the next question is whether she truly loves the result. Gossip suggests she might be having second thoughts. People who claim insider knowledge say she's alarmed by how quickly the internet labeled it botched, and that she's considering having it altered or toned down. Some fans note that body image issues don't discriminate by age. Even at 60, with an incredible career under her belt, Vivica might feel the ever-present Hollywood pressure to look a certain way. On the flip side, defenders argue that the procedure is her business alone. They see no reason for her to regret a BBL if it gives her more confidence. They point to countless celebrities, young and old, who tweak their looks to stay current or simply to boost self-esteem. Many supporters also recall that Vivica has always radiated self-assurance, whether she's talking about her film roles, philanthropic pursuits, or TV appearances. Could it be that she's unbothered by the social media chatter and simply continuing to live her life? Plenty of celebrities have faced harsh judgments for their cosmetic decisions, yet never waver in their personal choices. Ultimately, the ongoing rumor that she already regrets it remains just that, a rumor, unless Vivica chooses to openly address it. Long before this BBL saga, Vivica once confessed on multiple platforms that 50 Cent was the love of her life. She's even mused about how their relationship might have lasted if they'd kept things more private. Over time, she's flirted with the idea of rekindling their connection, comparing it to Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck's surprising second act. Of course, every time she says something like this, 50 either ignores it or offers a half-joking, half-dismissive response that sets the media ablaze with speculation. Some fans cheer for a potential reunion, hoping these two hotheads might finally bury the hatchet. They remember the onstage chemistry, the glitzy red carpets, and the interviews where both looked genuinely smitten. Others roll their eyes, noting that it's always easier to romanticize the past rather than confront why things went so drastically wrong. And then there's the new twist. If Vivica did get a BBL, would 50's tongue-in-cheek, "wait, let me see" comment mean he's intrigued? Or is he just playing into the narrative to promote his own brand? It's hard to say. For now, they remain exes with a famously messy past, one that's fascinatingly open-ended. Vivica Fox never really left the spotlight. She's consistently reinvented herself, both in her career and personal life, whether by branching out into reality TV, launching product lines, or allegedly altering her appearance. The latest BBL rumor is just another chapter in a story that seems to keep turning pages. At 60, she sparks debates about age, body autonomy, and the unrelenting scrutiny that women in Hollywood face. Meanwhile, 50 Cent's commentary only fuels the notion that these two remain intertwined in the public eye, whether they like it or not. Ultimately, everyone has an opinion. Some believe Vivica Fox went too far, others champion her right to do whatever she pleases with her own body. As for that so-called botched label, it might just be another instance of the internet's thirst for drama, ready to slam the gavel of judgment at the first sign of controversy. Or perhaps Vivica genuinely regrets her choices and is preparing to make changes. The real answer may be far more nuanced than any online rumor suggests. One truth, however, stands out. The world can't stop watching Vivica Fox. She remains a formidable force whose every move, career-wise or cosmetic, becomes headline news. And if there's one thing we know about Vivica and 50 Cent, it's that whenever one does something noteworthy, the other isn't far behind with a response. Whether they reunite or continue their separate paths, the fascination surrounding them isn't fading anytime soon. With that, we're left wondering, does this entire spectacle say more about Vivica's need to maintain a certain image, or does it reflect our cultural obsession with youth and celebrity transformation? Perhaps it's both. Only time will tell if the rumored BBL stands as a footnote in Vivica's storied life, or becomes a defining pivot in how she's perceived for years to come. One thing's for sure, the conversation hasn't ended yet, and there are undoubtedly more twists waiting around the corner.